Hi guys, Fernando doing a quick video for the Modern Survivalist. In this case, it's gonna be a update on the Leatherman Wingman and the Leatherman Sidekick. I've reviewed both of these multi-tools, so if you're interested in that, just go back and check those out. This is gonna be an update on some of the stuff that I was talking about before. Budget tools, affordable, 25-30 bucks give or take. And the thing that I liked about these, especially the Sidekick, which is the multi-tool that I like the most of these two, you are getting lots of the functions and tools that you get in much more expensive models from Leatherman, such as the Charge and the Wave, which the Charge, especially the Charge TTI, I believe it myself to be the best multi-tool there is these days. So you were getting some of that, or plenty of that, for just a quarter of the cost of a Charge TTI. So that was pretty amazing. Now the thing is that, generally speaking, when you talk about budget tools and you talk about lower costs, in some cases quality is not as great as you see in the higher end tools, and this would be an example of that. They are still holding on okay, they're still doing well, but it's clear that the quality is not the same as the Leatherman Charge or even the Leatherman Wave. For example, not abusing, just using, not doing anything weird with it. I didn't abuse these multi-tools in any way, but just maybe a bit harsher use than average, not just cutting paper, cutting a bit of a stronger material, opening those plastic blisters packages that you sometimes get with stuff. It's already showing a bit of wiggle, which wasn't there before. Okay, this is pretty thin, as you can probably appreciate right now. That's not a problem, that's not an issue. Now the wiggle is something of a concern, because the more it spreads, the harder it's going to be for the tool to do its job in cutting. Right? As of right now, it's not a problem, but you just notice that there is a wiggle and a play that wasn't there before. Something similar for the blade itself. It's a bit stiffer after using it to cut a bit of wood for starting a fire that I was, camping and doing that. Nothing too rough, just a bit more of harder use than just cutting string or cutting something easier going. Just getting a few chips out of wood. It's already, again, a bit more of a wiggle. It's a bit harder to open than it used to be. I have no doubt that it's going to be holding well in spite of that. It's just not going to be holding as well as the tool that costs 4 times as much. So you can appreciate that for a budget tool. It's still a great deal, but it is no Charge or a Wave. Also, something else that I've noticed that I just missed it before, and I don't know if you can appreciate that the blade on either one of these tools, the Wingman or the Sidekick, they are pretty similar blades, except for one having a half serration and the other one not having that. Now it is a nice blade design, but if you notice this, you have quite a bit of space there. They could have done a few more, probably a quarter of an inch more blade, with a slightly different blade design. There is enough space there, as you can clearly see there. You see that? There's enough space to give me more blade. Now why didn't they do that? Just, I don't get it. It's one of those, in my opinion, it's a design flaw. If you have the space for a bigger blade and you don't use it, right, you see that clearly there. See, you have the space there, blade closes, and you still have, half an inch or a quarter of an inch at least of space that could have been used to give me a larger blade. Just one of those things that somehow they didn't get quite right, in spite of them being very nice multi-tool, especially considering the money. Guys, very quick update on my feelings about these multi-tools. Still, for the money, if you have 30 bucks, you will not find a better multi-tool for that money. I have no doubt about that either. But and again, especially the Sidekick, it's the model that I like the most, because I have not much use for scissors, but I do like having a little bit of a saw here that works well. So again, guys, just a bit of more comments and a bit more information for you to know and keep in mind. Take care, guys, and see you in our next video.